Hello, beautiful beings. Let's go outside. It's so beautiful. I love how my yard sparkles. If you haven't seen it, I never get tired of it. It sparkles all the way out a really long ways. And there will be more. I'm not going to be here that much longer, though. I keep hearing. Yeah, but there's other times that it sparkles so much better. Yeah, I did it all the way back to here. And I've worked diligently all summer on getting the grass to fill in, or the roots, or weed, not roots, the weeds. But see, the roots are so close, they're like above the surface. And so there's barely any dirt here. That's why it's been so hard to fill it in, but it is. I took before pictures. Sorry if I'm moving it too fast. Sorry if I'm making you sick, ill. I just had a love song come in. It's they're just showing me right now, my tiny home behind me, how someday soon, it'll be, it'll just be a part of this life experience. I've been talking about it for a couple months. I feel like I'm moving to a different home, and it's very exciting. Because my wings are dry. They're just not fitting in my tiny home anymore. I don't have any resistance to being here. My youngest daughter, baby. I had such an amazing talk with her yesterday. Just talking to each other reveals so much. Any conversation any of us have, it's about life. It doesn't have to go super deep, but we don't talk about the weather unless it's benefiting the planet, unless it's a proof of my manifestational abilities, because it's raining more this summer than it ever has. I've been working on that for 3 years. And that's just no accident, no mistake. That's not a coincidence. I don't believe in them. Sobbed. The ground is wet right now because of the rain. There was smoke from a fire, because there's usually a lot of fires, because there's a national park very close by, and there's something that direction also that gets a lot of lightning strikes. So it's so hot here in the summer. Well, it is to us, like up to 90. May not be hot to some people, but I feel like most Montanans, true Montanan, I don't know what that really means. Well, yeah, it does. It means we've lived here from birth, and we're super tough. I feel like we are, because the elements, and just loving to be out in nature more than anywhere. That's the Montanans I know. We may be called Hicks. If somebody looked at my home from the outside, they would think, oh, wow, that's, not these days, though. They're saying there are so many people that would be incredibly envious of having their own tiny home, because houses are so expensive. I've looked recently at just roommate situations, not because I'm going to be in one again, not unless it's the people that I'm choosing to live with me. No, I'm not ever putting myself in that position again. What were we saying about that? My mind just went ape shit on that. Yeah, I used to be desperate, and I didn't think that I could winter in my tiny home. And so I would, go on Craigslist and find some places to rent. And I was incredibly safe about it, but there would always end up being a man there. My presenter, they're saying. That's right, the men of humanity. Thank you so much for helping me grow more than I ever thought possible. It's a new moon right now. I'm doing really freaking well at speaking. So, and not forgetting too. I've noticed that has cleared up a lot. a lot since I stopped combusting marijuana. It has been it was, at what time? 6:50? 6:50, it was a 3 gummy evening. So, what time is it now? 8:11. Yeah, we're coming around the bend. It's definitely starting to take effect. But see, it's the full spectrum gummies. My goal, I don't know if it's my goal or not. I have no idea. What do you want me to do, Divine? I feel more balanced in my life than I ever have. Period. It's absolutely freaking amazing. Put both feet on the ground. Are you kidding me? I'm outside. And I still had but see, I wasn't fully committed to crossing my legs. It was just kind of hanging there. And so I'm really, it's so easy for me to create new habits now, to let go of old beliefs, old, wore out, just boring beliefs that lead nowhere, just dead ends. Oh God, this again? No, I want new visions, new everything. Well, it has to be that way. It's the law of attraction. And my point of attraction is, it's just off the charts pristine right now, and for always. They're saying I'm not regressing. I may get low energy. Like I can't believe the energy shifts on planet Earth right now. It is, I mean, thank goodness it didn't really hit until the end of my river house clean today. Because that's a big house too. The lake house and the river house. The lake house is much bigger, square footage wise. Same amount of beds. But I mean, last time I cleaned the lake house, I just had to keep like, I felt like I was, trying to clean at the bottom of a lake. Just, I could barely move. I had no energy. It's like something is sucking the energy out of what is it? Okay, I haven't asked. I just assumed that it was the planets and what's going on planet Earth. But I haven't asked, what is it specifically? Why is my energy zapped? Why is our energy zapped so severely to the point of feeling fatigued lately? Somebody was just like thinking, okay, yeah, they got it. Just listen for the answer. We were laughing about it. And the ancients have taught me over these last 12 years. I didn't know them as the ancients for 12 years. I like my words to be true. Truth is the shortcut to happiness. Yeah. So what was that? Okay, so we were laughing about, yeah, they have taught me over the years to just be, impeccable with my word. That book, The Four Agreements, Ruiz? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. It was really good. I mean, it's been like 20 years since I read it, except I didn't understand the part. Do I now? Wait, one thing at a time, one question at a time. Yeah, what is that energy zap? Wow, okay. So they're showing me and saying, oh, it's so cool what they're showing me. What's like happening energetically to our bodies. They're saying it's an energy exchange. I'm having a joy flood. I wanted to see if I could alchemize it into something else, like presence power. So from much lower, this is not cramming down my emotions. This is finding perfect balance. Nothing's ever perfect. So the energy's being removed with no Novocaine. CBD, baby. Full spectrum. For me, I'm not suggesting it for you. But it sure takes the pressure out of my body. It makes the presence canal more slippery. So it feels like I can slip from my mind back down into my body, into presence more easily. That's just what it does for me. Balanced. I have finally found balance with it. So what's being removed is the much lower vibration of habitual ways of thinking for lifetimes. And what is being replaced at the same exact synchronistic, beautiful time, of course, because they don't ever want us to have a void, they're saying. So they're filling it right in with this energy that these physical forms have never experienced before. Well, okay. I'm so grateful I asked that, because now when I feel it, I've finally shifted with it. Oh, it's been brutal. A lot of it was my own doing, from combusting marijuana. Every time I've ever tried to do it for any length of time at all, the first time I do it, I'm coughing my ass off. I'm hurting my whole body, my being. I can't hurt my being, but my whole system was effed up because I had combusted marijuana for almost 3 months. And yeah, I was sick, made myself sick. I'm still coughing in the morning a bit, but I'm not really coughing during the day unless I get to laughing really hard or thinking about it. Isn't that weird how when we think about coughing, it makes our throat tickle? It has mine. There's a little tiny bird sitting on a little branch, and I can't see him very well, but I feel like he's watching me. I was praying for my oldest daughter once. She was 15. Oh, it was terrible. I was praying for her. I was on the back deck of the house we were living at, and it was snowing, and I looked up at this branch, and there was a little bird, and I swear he like turned his head. and I felt like he was looking at me, and I prayed for her, and that bird flew out of that branch and onto the top of my head. Yeah, my fiance at the time and my youngest daughter, they were sitting at the kitchen table, like right there. So I literally moved to the window and I tapped on the window and I said, "There's a bird on my head." And they came out. And my fiance was mimicking the bird, and the little bird was scratching around. It was magical. I mean, I needed so much reassurance at that moment. My firstborn was a teenager, and she was the only one they'd put in a jail cell if they got caught drinking. Yeah, just mean. Not a nice drunk at all. No. I'm not going to cry about it. But she's recently decided that she wants to try drinking again. Yeah, Moon Mother. Yeah, please take this. She's not even my child. I was her portal. It's her life lessons. It's so beautiful because she had 6 months coming up. She had almost 10 years and then decided she should drink. And my experience, I'm healing right now. I'm letting it go. And when we cry, it literally changes us at a cellular level. And they're showing me that energy exchange again. Yeah, take it. I don't need to cry over other people's life lessons because mine were hard. This is school. Life is school. When we drop these physical forms, we'll be living again. That's our real life. Not that I don't love it here. I do. I love so much about it. Of course, Doozer gave him the worst haircut I've ever given him. Now his butt's all itchy, has Vaseline all over him to help him stop itching. Our interaction, she had 6 months coming up because she burned her life down on Christmas after a year of trying to do it without getting angry. And 6 months later, I said, "Oh, you have 6 months coming up," and she was just like, "Oh, actually, I don't," and I just felt like throwing up. And I said, "Oh," and the ancients said, they said, "Oh, she likes playing patty cake with a monster." And I said, "Oh, the ancients are saying," so I got to turn my nose dead. The ancients are saying, "Ooh, she likes playing patty cake with a monster," and she remained present. She remained conscious. She didn't get defensive at all. She said, "Oh, I don't know about that." And I mean, she's a full-blown Scorpio, man. I mean, she can sting. When she's unconscious, she'll freaking react. She'll sting you at your core. Yes, I chose to have her as my child, and she chose me to be her mother. We believe that with every fiber of our being. We've been conditioned to believe some way that some other person has been conditioned by some other people, and so many people before that for lifetimes. Who says we can't decide what we are going to believe with every fiber of our being? It just takes a while to uncondition all the bullshit. You know, it's pretty intricate work, but we're here for it. We love doing it. We've been doing it for so long. It's just second nature now. It's very exciting. They're saying, yeah, that's what being doulas do. Yeah, we go through a lot of training. Personal training. So many things have happened in my life, and I can look back at, I can shine my light of awareness on all of it and not regret any of it, because I know I chose all of it, because I'm such a strong soul. Such a strong soul here to help humanity. And I have never been helped by anybody that hadn't been through what I was trying to get through. They've been through it. That's the only way through. And we are guides. So many of us, the ancients and myself, were guides. We're being doulas to help people remember who they aren't. I almost said are, and they said aren't. Yeah. Yeah, what is that little poem we made up? Oh, it was really good. So, yeah, it's okay. The day that we spoke about it, I said, "Oh," and I immediately got incredibly present, turned my full attention to presence, because that's what I'm learning to do. I'm learning to stay in well, that's where I was, but I could have become unconscious, because I still am emotionally charged by the thought of, what could possibly happen to her. Dang. I mean, she's not an out of control drunk, she's super high functioning on the spectrum of alcoholism. Yeah, and she will be for a while, a very short while, more than likely, because it's progressive even when we don't drink. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, she knows that too, they're saying. She knows that. She knows all this. There's just something. Yeah, there's things that she needs to learn in a certain way that, okay, yes, for sure, of course, yes, ascension. It's a lot of back and forth movement, because the mind will come in that sounds like us, like, oh, that's me, that's how I'm feeling. But no, it's the conditioned persona that we're shedding off. But through this ascension, it comes in even more strongly. And this is the obstacle course. This is the maze that we have come through. They're saying, I resisted that, see, for a second, because my persona is like, oh no, don't brag, blah. All this crap comes in to try to obstruct my truth. No, we know where we are. Yeah, absolutely. I just saw myself as, and now I see all this blue, Doozer's Pool too. I just saw myself as this, one of those butterflies. Are their wings solid black? or blue black, when they probably blue black, they shimmer and they have this really, really light colored blue eye in the center of each wing, and then stuff around that too. I will look that up. But I just now saw myself as that butterfly. I've never seen that before. Oh, the song coming in. Thank you so much. It's so cool because recently, in one of my last videos, I'm really learning how not to, because it's ADD or ADHD or whatever, I feel I can overcome anything. And I just recently realized that that's a huge part of why I have bunny trailed and forgotten so easily, been so easily distracted by these other downloads that I'm getting. But I'm like, no. My brain obviously has the capacity to handle all of this. And so the ancients put in, it's like there's a wall right here, and they put in these folders, and they save. I asked them, will you please save that for me? That's what I asked them one day. And boom, yes. And there it is. It's right there. And I don't think about it. And now I thought I forgot. And they showed me that folder again. And yeah, oh my gosh. So the song that was coming in, the love song, I used to have a cosmic playlist because the love songs would come in so strongly. And recently I haven't had any for quite some time. But one was coming in loud and clear. And it's Tom Jones. Sometimes I can sing, but oh no, see now What's New Pussycat is competing with the one that was coming in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because on Halloween I was Catwoman, and I mean I sat down. Like it was like a lightning bolt inside of my whole body. This song came in, What's New Pussycat? I was like, holy shit, man. Oh, that was my twin was still had a physical form. And now he doesn't. And he sent me, I'm in love with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I don't, what's the name of that song, you guys? If I remember. Maybe you know. Mom, you know. Ocean, you know. Okay, thank you guys. Oh, another folder. How you doing, bud? Are you stuck? Hang on one. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, sit with mommy. Oh, baby. Oh, I tortured Deuce earlier. I gave him a haircut. Okay, so do you agree that it's time for Ocean to be in one of my videos? She's so cute. She's so beautiful. She'll be all embarrassed and shy, and she is. You'll see what I'm talking about all this time. Ocean, Mother Ocean, so profound to me because which reader was it? I have a few incredibly favorites. Pyramid Energy is one. We interacted today. She's just so lovely, so genuine. Yeah, I just love certain people's energy, and I don't even know where she lives, Australia or something. And it's Soul Tribe members. We just know each other. We can see each other. Not in the egocentric way either. If you're a healer, you know exactly what I'm talking about as far as being seen. Yeah, so strange. It's definitely energetic though. Right, it'd be strange to the persona, the woman that goes, wow, hardly anybody looks at me anymore. And I feel more invisible than not. Not all the time though, especially recently. Yeah, definitely not as invisible. In a different way though. It's more of I care more about deep interactions with people. Because a lot of interactions are incredibly brief. And the more open the person is, the deeper we can dive in that brief interaction and change their life. help them like come up for air enough to, oh my God, I can see where I'm going. And then I never see them again. I don't hear from them. They say I'm going to call you. Oh my God, I'm going to call you. And, I laugh. Oh, that would be so wonderful. And you know what I tell them? When they just feel so earnest that they are going to call me because our experience was just so beautiful. It's like we'd always known each other. And they felt so much relief too. They're saying, yeah. And they're just like, wow. So I tell them, okay, so your mind is going to tell you, no, don't bug her. No, this is not important enough to bother Mama G. And I said, you tell that, whoever the person is. Sometimes I can say, you tell that mind of yours to fuck off. And they laugh. Oh, they get, oh. I know who I can say the F word to and who I can't. Ocean says fuck sometimes. Yeah. It's awesome because just like my giggle that comes out, I have no idea why I laugh so well. Obviously, because I just feel so incredibly peaceful. But I've always just had this laugh. It wasn't even to, yeah, okay. But it's not the kind of laugh that covers up because I feel so sad or so crazy, pretending to be fun and happy. And somebody asked me once, why are you always so happy? I was bartending. I looked at that person and I thought, if you had any idea how fucking crazy I feel right now, you'd run around this bar and you would call 911 and you would help get me to somewhere that I could get some help. Just in that brief moment, that's what I saw. I just felt like screaming, I'm not happy, please help me. But I was helping myself. I was going to therapy. I was reading books. I had to act like I had my shit together because I could never ever. I felt so insane. How insane did you feel? I felt so insane because of the barrage of thinking all day and just like focused on one thing. That's the torturous part, when my mind would just keep replaying the same thing over and over. Just a barrage, just, random thoughts. That isn't that painful. I mean, it definitely can be, but it's being specifically focused on one thing. That's where the anxiety comes from. That's where the depression comes from. That's where bad, like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's where that comes from. But the very first breath that I felt from my first child on my cheek, I knew, and I told her too. Not in that very moment, but I told her, I will never leave you. Because that had been a thought in my mind for a long time. This is too hard. I don't know if I can do this. And the second she was here, she says that her and I are twin souls. The second she was here, I said, yeah, that was it. I never thought that thought again, no matter how hard it got. I did think this is way too hard, way too effing hard, raising 3 kids on my own. But it was a lot harder to stay with their dad than to raise them on my own. There's that yellow bird again. They were 6, 5, and 2 when I divorced him finally. That's not too bad. They were still very little. So he had only damaged them to a certain point. His absence damaged them in a different way than his presence would have. So I chose the latter. There's that laugh. See, it doesn't really make sense that I would laugh after that, does it? But it does, because I just feel so proud of myself that I was actually able to do it. All right. Is that it for now, Ancients? Is there another folder? Yeah, so Ocean. Divine, make it plainly obvious if Ocean should be in one of my next videos, at least when I come to see you again. Hi, Doozer. Aw, bud. You feel better, honey? He's pretty naked right now. Yeah, I got so tired of using the scissors on him that I used a pair of Moonstars clippers. And yeah, his hair is really short. I'm so grateful it grows back though. It'll be so long really soon again. And it's really hot here, so I'll put some suntan lotion, I'll smack his butt and he'll be off. He must down. Good boy. He must know I'm talking about him. Oh, he looks a lot better. A lot of the Vaseline is off of him. I thought it was like right down to his skin. It is in one spot. A lot of blue they're bringing my attention to again. And that, yeah, it reminds Ocean of this opal that she gave me. Its throat chakra is blue, and blue and green are my favorite colors together, besides blue and red. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Doozer, don't go anywhere. Dooze. Good boy. I gotta see how long this is. Okay, that's long enough. I'll make another video. saltsongwithmamag@gmail.com. Is there anything imperative we have to add? The energy exchange. They wanted me to remind us again. It's like the old energy going, but it's to an angle, coming out of us. Like coming out of us at an angle. The old energy, I've never seen this before. And the new energy coming, replacing it exactly as it leaves. A lot like when my middle daughter Beauty feeds a big syringe of water into Lisa's feeding tube. Huh. I just saw her do that yesterday. I think that's it for now. saltsongwithmamag@gmail.com. We love you so much.